It's Savagely Paranormal After Dark, and tonight we're talking about hexes.
Woo! Good job. There you go.
I can't with any of you.
I swear to goodness, our work is hexed. I don't know.
Probably.
I mean,
I keep telling you.
Well, okay, let's look at this logically. We had a crematorium on the building.
yeah.
It's on an old burial ground.
Oh,
There have
so
been,
next to a burial ground too.
Close enough.
I think the whole thing kind of was.
It probably was before the road was there.
And even
they
still,
ran over
it's
the people.
Indian. Well, yeah, it's Indian ground to begin with. Anyways, there have been bodies dumped in the woods.
Yeah.
The woods were used for the remains of the crematory. We're across the street
Is that why
from.
there's like a little path there?
Yes.
Okay.
We're
I
across the
shouldn't
street.
have asked that question when I first started there.
No, we're
Still
across the
I
street
just
from a
noticed that, like,
cemetery. I think.
With the ticks.
Yeah, that's the only thing that keeps me from going back there. Is the
Pants,
ticks.
people. Pants.
And we can wear Seresto collars.
Right, that too. Put them around our ankles.
Well, I'll wear Seresto collars.
Boots and pants and
We'll
boots.
lather up in some revolution, you know. Snort a Cordelio.
I lost my train of thought now.
I don't know, something
So
about...
the Indian land, the burial ground, the body is being disposed of in the woods. The remains disposed of in the woods across the street from a cemetery. There is a spirit.
Time out. We are not talking about humans.
Oh yeah, no.
We work in the veterinary field. No humans. Okay, continue.
There is a spirit there that hung himself on that property. We're not exactly sure of the date frame, but it's 70s,
surprised.
80s-ish.
At some point.
So if you take all of that, I don't know if we're actually hexed or if it's just a whole
Severely
lot
haunted.
of bad energy because of things
considering
that
our
happen
phone
there.
number equals 666.
Yeah.
Our address equals
And our fax number.
666.
yeah.
Yeah.
And our fax number.
Yeah.
I can't remember the top of my head, but it is.
And we're not going to say it on the podcast.
Yeah,
because
no.
then we're going to...
Yeah, then
We're
we'll
gonna
all
triangulate
go in Monday and be like,
ourselves.
congratulations, you're fired.
Yeah. Yeah, everything for our building,
Yay!
everything for our building is 666.
It's been a long standing, even with doctors and cast.
Yeah.
That our building
And
has been
I
hexed.
think
Yeah.
that, you know, what we do on an average afternoon in room 7 doesn't help.
True.
That just didn't sound right at all.
For those of you that don't know, we have a designated room for euthanasias, which is room 7.
Not 6.
6.
6-6.
We'll just Sharpie over the number.
So trims. It doesn't go in order. Doesn't need to make sense.
Right. I'm like, okay, the first cat room. Nope. That's 3.
It's 0. It can start at 0, and then
Yeah,
it'll be
there
6.
we go.
Yeah, now that we're going to have to
But-
have a whole room dedicated to the freezer.
Freezers.
Right.
But anyways,
Okay, this is not paranormal. Well, technically it is because we have a lot of spirits of animals there.
because we do see spirits of animals.
We
there.
do, especially
Or
the
just
white
in
fluffy
general.
one.
Yeah, I don't know where
That
the
white fluffy one keeps coming up a lot. If you look, well, you don't look. If you like see it out of your periphery, yeah, that,
The side eyeball.
yeah.
It's not your third eye. It's your side eyeball. Okay.
Don't you know you got your 2 front ones and you got your 2 side ones?
When you're a mom, you grow back ones.
Spider.
Oh. I watched an episode of my favorite show last night, and the dude was a spider. Ugh. They showed his vision, and it was like, ding, 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 ding. Ugh, no.
There's
Anyways,
a group in like my friend group chat of Spider Girlfriend. I don't know. She's got a like ghost in her
Whoa, that's
basement. She's got a ghost in
Of a
her
spider?
basement that hates it if you like open her door and don't close it. And we joke that that's her Spider Girlfriend. I don't even know how or when that started.
Spider girl.
I don't want a spider, thank you. I totally lost what we were saying, though.
That's a movie, you know.
Right. Like, I don't know if it was slowly going downhill before, but since I joined,
Oh,
it seems to have just gone down a landslide.
It has its ups and downs where sometimes things are nice and okay, and then other times, wham, it kind of comes
Even
and
the
goes.
last couple months, I feel like it's just gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the 666. I don't know if an ex-employee or even just someone in general put a hex on us, or if the people are just
That old owner.
or if they're just trying to shut us down because we don't make them money.
How do you tell if you have a hex on you?
Well, with people, you can do the egg cleanse.
egg cleanse.
I got it now.
Eggshells are very good for protection, so next time you make an omelet, clean out the eggshells, them up.
They're so
And-
slimy. But go ahead.
Not if you clean them and dry them.
Scoopy. Just
I'm not.
Then I will give you some because I've got a ton.
But no, the egg cleanse, you crack the egg and you put it in a clear glass.
Well, do you
Want to know if something's attached to you or if there's a hex put on you or not?
With how much eggs cost, I'd rather eat it.
Right. But if you're that concerned about it,
Swallow your demons.
strain it. I don't know. Strain the water out. Do your eggs cleanse. Strain the water out. I mean, is there water?
No, you don't put it in water. You just put it in there. So you can scramble it and cook it afterwards, but then
Okay.
you're eating the demons. But
Well, hey, that's one way to get rid of them.
That's a food
Demondate.com.
offering. That new person in town, you know how you get them food?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really cool.
made
Don't
you
do
a-
that.
I made you a quiche.
I know. I know the first person on my list.
I'm gonna take a quiche to work on Monday. Nobody asked me where the eggs came
Tell
from.
us not to eat it. If you do anything like that, you tell us not to eat it. We already got our own demons.
Guys, don't touch this.
We'll just send out a chat, the text in the group chat. Don't eat the quiche.
Don't eat
Just,
quiche.
just cut a piece, make it look like you ate it, and then
Right.
I did a weird tongue thing. That was weird. But anyways, just spit it out.
What is with that at the table and tongues right now?
Okay.
We talked about that so long ago. It wasn't all.
It's so bad for your teeth.
Well, that's why I wanted to wait till my braces are gone.
the pain. I can't get through the pain fact.
It's okay. In my head, I was doing little things too. That's gross. They're gonna make this dirty. Anyways,
Oh, it's already there.
We have hit Savagely Paranormal After Hours at this point. Just the red district lights on.
You have to turn and we killed her.
Oh God.
Red.
not allowed to be here.
Yet here we are.
Here I am.
Okay, can we go back to
Anyway,
the
your egg cleanse.
Yes. All right, egg cleansing. Yeah,
So
people
I
wanna know
have
about
not
this.
actually done it. I've read about it. But again, with the price of eggs, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this. The
Anyways.
ghost just walked through you. You put it in a clear glass, and you don't want to look at it from above because then you're taking them back in. But you want to look at it from the side, and based on how the things look in the glass, you'll get like the little streamer things and bubbles and such, and each one of those, shut up, will tell you if something is attached to you or what's going on or whatnot.
No, I thought it was where you like rub the egg.
You do. You're supposed to rub it from head to toe
Beforehand, yeah.
beforehand, and then you crack it in
Oh,
the glass.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we meant after cracking the egg, like rub the egg.
Ew.
I was like, ew. Yeah, that's what I was.
It's fine.
Oh.
Anyways,
Salmonella.
That's what I was thinking.
is slip and slide? or
No,
say
say that again. There was.
Salmonella.
She said she had a little elves in there.
Or he also has got a drink and he's like, ooh, this is some entertainment.
But
He's not here.
Jesus. So
he left before the other one did.
Ooh.
to Jesus.
The Jesus.
Yeah.
The Jesus has left the building.
The Jesus has left the building.
I'm done with all of you.
But anyways, Tabby knows somebody that thinks they might be hexed.
Yeah.
So what is going on that makes them think?
Well, I mean, flies have been following her. I mean,
Yeah,
not
maybe she needs a shower.
said everything was clear, she was clean, everything was good. But I mean, it followed her from work. She thought she killed it, but then she had it in her car, thought she got it out, and then she saw it in the grocery store, and then it was, I mean,
There
just,
are more than one.
no, there's more than one fly.
No,
but the
his
fact
name
that
is George, and she has named him.
Georgie. Anyways, then the other day, yesterday or whatever,
At some point.
there was a owl just sitting in the middle of the road.
Owl?
Owl.
Okay, now
just-
that's not something you see very often.
No.
Owl.
And then it waited until basically
A real owl, not a.
Owl.
owl,
Yeah.
like I don't know, like, like right in the middle of the road, and then waited, looked at her while driving, and then decided to fly up and not get hit because that
I'm
was.
gonna have to look that one up because I've never
That's
actually seen
horrifying.
an owl in the road, so I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, and then today he got swarmed by a bunch of bees. So
There have been a lot of bees out today, I noticed.
understandably, because the weather sucks.
Oh
But
yeah.
I
Shouldn't
don't.
they be dead now or
I don't know. I
It's
saw
not
something.
that cold.
I saw something on Facebook, and it wasn't a movie, but it was something.
Hold up.
Somebody was making fun of something, calling it Beamageddon. So apparently,
I have an answer.
Yes.
It can be an owl in the road can mean that you need to follow your intuition and inner wisdom when making decisions. Spotting an owl might indicate that positive changes are in your future. They might also signify that your spirit guide or past loved one is near.
So it might be
So
less
they-
of hex and more of someone's trying to talk to her.
Or
It's
it
time.
could be.
It's time to make a decision or take leap in a specific direction.
Yes, so it could be the flies, even though generally they are. It could be simply this is what could harm you if you follow this. This is what. This
The flies went to squirt, and I'm just sorry. Like,
Whoa, whoa.
my God.
gusher.
The owl was there. The owl was there saying if you follow your intuition, you will go down the right path and avoid.
The flies.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the flies.
Yes.
Never read that book.
Of course not.
I was
because you're a
supposed
freaking
to.
baby.
To be fair, I was supposed to, but I didn't wanna, so I read the Sparks note for my summer.
Did you read The Hobbit? Because that's very sad. 'Cause
No, I never did any of my summer reading because if someone tells me read a book and you have a deadline to finish it, I will not touch it.
Yeah.
So
I
I
love
did my
to read,
I
but
did
yeah.
Sparks note, and guess who got an A on that assignment? I am very good.
Is Cliff
At
Notes
the-
still around?
No, it's Spark Notes.
It's Spark Notes.
Sparkle.
I'm a vampire. Sparkle.
I also did that with.
Killer Bella.
Oh my goodness.
We don't edit after dark.
Sweet.
They just go on up.
That's the point of the after dark.
Fire. Flames. That's one movie. That's one old movie.
Fire.
Spirit pink. Spirit pink. Okay.
No, but that's one old. That's an old movie that I have seen.
You've seen Bring It On.
No, I've seen Clue.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I don't know what I
Squeaky
just did.
And his squeaky SpongeBob
Really?
boots.
Really? Hexes.
Hexes. Yes.
I'm gonna hex you.
That's okay. Dumpster fire anyways.
Hey, everything's fine, even if it's a dumpster fire.
Right.
She's petting a dog. She's not jacking someone off. I just
That
want
was-
that to be known.
Yes. Barrier. Oh my god, that was so dirty.
Ryan, you hit the good spot. No.
Anyways,
There will be editing on this one.
yeah, there will be. Yeah.
So what are signs of being hexed or
I don't know. A lot of people think any sort of bad luck means you're hexed, but I'm like, I have no idea what that was. I think it's very rare that somebody is actually hexed, but not as rare as we would think, because there are a lot of people that practice a lot of non-conventional religions, so to speak.
I mean, it could be actually signs that the spirit guides are trying to get your attention, just like the flies. I mean, I did look up the flies, and it is actually a attention getter. Not saying that they're, yes, they are disgusting, they are gross, but if you're looking,
But the flies themselves aren't a sign of good versus bad, just something.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you need to pay attention. You need it's time for change or something like that.
Yeah.
So it could be
And
that.
then mixed with the owl saying,
Right.
okay, so maybe
And
maybe
if you
someone's
follow
trying-
the dirty, gross factor of the flies, you're heading down the wrong path. It's leading you towards something that is not good for you. You know a lot about the witchcraft. What do you think about hexes?
Well, I mean, kind of. Excuse you.
Is that so?
So I kind of think it goes back to what I had said last week was there's always pushing the boundaries.
Right.
You're always pushing some kind of line between good intentions, bad intentions. You can always set something for good intentions, but there is that always, if you're not specific, it changes the whole meaning of everything.
Right.
So I think a lot of issues when it comes to actually hexing somebody is how specific you actually are.
Yeah.
Because you think you could be hexing this person and you're hexing everybody in the room.
Yeah.
You also need to have the intent.
Right. And that is the biggest factor in any witchcraft. It's all intent. If you go into creating a hex, but you go in like half-heartedly,
Yeah.
and you're like, nah, I think I want to do this, whatever, and you're like all of us with our ADD squirrel, you start doing this hex and you start thinking about something else, you've totally
Yeah.
messed up this hex that you're trying to do.
Anytime it comes to witchcraft, you set the intention. I mean, every book that you read, every person that you talk to, that, you know, if you get your books, your crystals, whatever, is set the intention.
That is even more important than having the right quote ingredients.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can make do with anything you have as long as you set the intention
Yeah.
for those items.
Well, that's like, I mean, it's like using candles and oil and things like that. If you've only got black candles, use them.
Yeah.
You don't have to just use black candles for protection or for bonding and that stuff.
Yeah.
You set the intention of, this is what I'm using this candle for. This is why. That's how it goes.
I have a rock that was my uncle's. He always carried it in his pocket. It was his worry stone. I have always carried that with me on any investigation for protection.
Yeah.
Is it a crystal? No. But because it was from him and that's what I assigned it to do, that is my protection.
Right. Well, I mean, that's just like, and it's gonna sound, I mean, you've all seen it happen. So in every episode, I think I've mentioned, you know, my necklace.
Yep.
It is a crucifix. It came from my great grandma, who got it from my mom when she was little. My mom never took it off. I will not take it off.
Mm-hmm.
I go in for procedures. I go in for MRI. Those things, I flat out tell them, 4 reasons you can take it off when I'm under, and you can put it right back on. Or if I take it off, it does not leave my sight.
Yeah.
Because ever since my mom died, taking it off, I feel like bad things are going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you have all been there. She watched it when I went to take my hoodie off, and the chain snapped, and I instantly had a full-blown panic attack.
Didn't you, it took you a few days to get it back.
I kept the cross with me at all times, but yeah, I had to get a whole new chain, everything, and I was on edge.
Yeah.
Every single day. I was afraid to leave the house. I was afraid I was going to get phone calls. I was terrified
Yeah.
until I got it back. And I grab it constantly. I'm constantly, swishing up the back. Like, I will not take it off.
Yeah, that's like this one. This was my grandma's. She handed it to me when she was in the hospital in the ER. It's been on my neck ever since. I've had to take it off once or twice for a procedure, but it immediately goes right back on.
Yeah.
And you'll see if I get stressed or upset or whatever, I fidget with it because this is our lifeline, so to speak.
Like, even like washing my hair at home, if I've colored my hair or whatever and I'm doing my hair in the bathtub and I'm upside down and I feel it even slide over my hair, I freak out because I just have the intention that this is my safety net, that nothing bad is going to happen as long as I wear it.
Yeah.
And no, the second it comes off, I'm having full-blown anxiety, panic. I mean, anytime that, Jeff has come to the hospital with me and they're like, oh, you take off your necklace, I instantly look at him and I start crying.
Yeah, nope.
Because he tells me, he's like, I will give it right back. And the whole time, I'm on edge. Because what's going to happen? The machine's going to break down.
Right.
Somebody's, there's going to be a car accident, something. I just have a million things going through my head.
I mean, that's both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because we put so much into these things that we kind of rely on them.
Mm-hmm. And I feel bad because I have other jewelry. Jeff has gotten me necklaces and whatnot. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty, but I'll never wear it.
It doesn't have the same connection.
No, it is. I mean, it's pretty, but to take this off for any amount of time instantly sends me into a full-blown panic attack.
Yeah. Because it's your mom.
Yeah.
So not only is it protecting you just because you set the intentions, but you also set the intentions that your mom is protecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't come off.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes, it gets in the way of things. But I won't take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. And I don't care if it doesn't match an outfit. And it's funny because I wear a lot of black. I wear a lot of gothic attire.
Right.
And then I've got my gold crucifix. And I've gotten looks and they're like, why?
Well, it's none of your business.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will not wear anything. And I can't wear, and everybody's like, well, you can layer necklaces. I can't. Because if something happens where they get tangled and I have to take it off, it makes my skin crawl. And I think that goes along with why I practice the way that I do and why it works so well is because I am so emotionally in tune with everything that everything I do is intentional.
Yeah.
Every word I say, every candle that I light, everything there's intent. Mm-hmm. Somehow.
You say what you feel and you feel what you say.
It gets me in trouble sometimes, but it's true.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to beat around the bush. If I don't like you, I'm going to tell you I don't like you. I'll be nice to you, but I don't have to like you. It's funny because we always have that, when we go out, people are like, oh, you must be life of the party when you go out because I'm fun and I'm funny, especially, no. There's this whole other demeanor when we go out and
she's the mom.
Everybody's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. As I'm watching everybody walk around the room, in and out, who's getting what, who's where, who's talking to who. Because that's just who I am as a person. This is why I don't go to haunted houses.
Somebody comes around the corner, you're getting knocked on your butt.
It's not my fault.
It's a reaction.
It is. It's just the first one I have. Swing first, ask questions later.
Right?
Don't walk up behind me.
Yeah, don't. I did it once and got lucky. Don't do it. I don't remember where we were, but I walked up behind her and she flipped around. I'm like, it's me!
I hit Emma on the chest. I hit her. Like, she did something and I just whack. And, like, she was like, ugh. And I was like, I warned you. I mean, even at home, like, we have our side door.
What?
It's just easy to sneak up on her. I don't know.
It really is, because she's always so, like, 100 places at once.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
But that's the problem. Is I'm so in my head because I'm like, okay, I gotta do this, and this, and then my ADHD's kicking in, and I'm singing music in my head, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Tabby's just there, and I'm like, ooh! I'm like, Tabby!
Sneaky.
She's really quiet, though.
I've gotten this one a good couple of times.
But, I mean, I like...
Well, I hear feet behind me at work all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So after a point, you stop turning around.
Yeah.
And then the one day, I'm like, I swear I heard something. And I waited like 2 minutes. And then I turn around.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I love Halloween. I
Crematorium was great. Sorry, go ahead.
love the scare. But it's also the fact, but I don't like being grabbed.
Yeah.
Like, unless I know you, and, yeah, unless, like, I know you, whether we're friends or we're in a relationship or whatnot, and you think it's funny, that's one thing. But for somebody to just come up and grab me because they think it's funny, that's how you get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear, when I'm actually paying attention, I can hear every single one of you, and I know what your feet sound like.
Oh, yeah.
Like, with you shuffle.
She's Crocs on
Yeah,
all the time.
She shuffles
Do
when
you
she
see
walks.
my summer Crocs over there?
She walks kind of hard, so I can hear her steps, and you tiptoe. I can hear the toes. If I'm actually, like, paying attention to my surroundings, I can hear every single one of you. But when I'm doing a million things, my brain's like, nope, there's no danger here. And then I turn around, I just see this one, she's like, hey, and I'm like, oh, you just almost got punched.
Sneak.
And it just happens.
It was great.
I feel bad for my
She
kids.
sneaks up on me all the damn time.
It's great. It was great in Crematory. When we had Crematory running, you can't hear anything because the loud hum.
I
and then,
wasn't
like,
there when
they
it
would
was
turn around and
actually
be like, ah!
Yeah, I wasn't there when it was running. But I could just imagine.
I'm glad I wasn't there. I couldn't do it.
It was not fun. No.
No.
Well, I mean, that could be another hexing.
Yeah.
See, if we still had, well, we can't talk about that
was
on
funny,
the internet. If we still had,
Oh, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
if we still had,
No,
if
no,
we still had a crematorium.
no. What? Yeah, that can't go on air.
Don't
No.
put a bird in Crematory.
No. Why? Why? What happens with a bird?
Is it because
Now I'm
bones
curious.
are hollow?
Does it just
Literally
Oh
heard. That's the head.
Oh.
So don't.
Ooh.
You love your bird. Just bury them, please. Please just bury them.
So birds
Or
explode.
preemptively, their heads pop up. When I was a kid, we had the dandelions, and there was a phrase that something, and then the head pops up.
Yeah. Because I checked. I opened it up and checked to see, because it was falling apart. Like, bricks, it was not up to code, probably.
Really?
No.
No.
I feel like that's a bad omen right there.
Yeah. It at least keeps it close. Contained. When it pops off, it doesn't have that far to go.
I don't want to be cremated. Nope.
You don't want
I
your head to pop
didn't
off.
have my kid cremated because of that image.
I could imagine. No.
I would have
No,
a
I
hunter's
heard that.
funeral.
A what?
A hunter's funeral?
Oh, is that where
From
they?
Supernatural.
Like,
No, you wrap them up. You got all these big sticks.
Oh, and
then you
just put
burn
them
them
on the fire. Yeah.
It's so that way in Supernatural.
Viking.
So
That's what you do. That's what you do in Supernatural, because once you do that, they can't come back.
It's a Viking.
In theory.
does it get hot? Like, it has to get hot.
Yeah, you burn the bones.
well, yeah, you light the fire and
It
then you
lasts-
just let it
It
go.
lasts for days.
But they don't come back.
And if they start a forest fire, it's
And I'm
not their
telling you
fault.
right now, y'all need to do that to me because I'm coming back.
Crematory things smell like Burger King, doesn't it?
Oh, okay, don't
I'm
say that
never
on air.
gonna eat-
Don't.
I never liked Burger King to begin with.
Shh, don't say that.
Anyways,
Well, yeah. What else do you think you're cooking? Flame grilled. You sure about that?
Tastes like chicken.
Ew.
We are not cannibals in this house.
I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying
I
what
will
I've
eat
heard.
tree bark before I eat my pet.
yeah.
I wasn't going there.
How are you gonna get in the chest and lock it?
What if it automatically locks?
Those don't. Those
Why?
are
The
illegal.
ones that actually
Why
like the
would-
flip
If-
lock.
So she doesn't eat her animal if she's like a werewolf, a
suffocate
zombie,
Zombies.
apocalypse.
Zombies. Zombies cannot exist. I'm sorry.
Why?
Fun fact about zombies, actually, there's a fungus that has been proven to take over dead bodies. They've gone from ants to deers, and they're climbing their way up.
I know. I seen the deer video actually just today.
Oh.
The deer video. Yeah, please be careful. Anyways, with deers, like, get the brains checked.
It's zombie It's like a zombie fungus virus thing. I don't know. My brother did a
It's
whole
been going
presentation on it,
around
and he wouldn't
forever.
shut up about it.
But it's
But
not
it's
mutating
getting-
and getting
Right,
higher up the food chain.
So eventually, it's gonna get to the humans. The issue is
So-
that we bury our humans, so they're gonna come up and be like, "I can't get out."
Yes, they can.
I don't think the fungus is that strong.
The fungus doesn't have to be strong.
Well, I haven't done enough research. But I don't think that it has
gonna
enough
put a
wear.
Conversation.
No, I kind of like this one. We
I
have
don't
the
know
whole
if it
zombie
has-
apocalypse
I'm
coming.
gonna be put in a glass coffin. So
We burn.
Oh, well, you
okay?
can break
I don't
it
care
easier.
how
I was
You
gonna
just
say-
grab a rock and go chink.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna be
Like
put in a
Snow
glass
White.
coffin and used as a coffee table.
Decapitated head.
Did you see
They
that
did
was
that in
going
Rocky
around on
Horror.
Facebook for a while? They put grandma in the coffee table.
Oh my God.
No, I
They
love
did
my
that
grandma,
Rocky Horror
but
Picture Show.
no.
You don't look normal during
I'm not
your-
sitting my glass on grandma.
What is that called?
Decomposition.
Rigor mortis.
No, when you're doing the viewing.
Embalming.
Viewing.
Oh yeah, once
You
they
don't
get
look normal
no.
anyway.
They
so
made
that-
my grandma look like a Chinese lady.
They
Yeah.
made Hannah look like a doll.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
couldn't.
yeah.
I don't
No,
do dolls.
no.
Yeah, my
I do.
mom was orange.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need better makeup.
My
artists.
grandma's eyes were all slanted. She looked like a Chinese lady. I'm like, that's it couldn't even get closure because that didn't even look like her.
Yeah, that's the problem. Why people that kiss the people after?
I
did.
no.
I kissed my grandma on the forehead.
Nope.
I did. But it's not. It's. They're all cold and they feel weird and.
I could. When I was
they're
at my
stiff.
grandpa's funeral, I
Yeah.
couldn't. I was like, he just looked like desaturated, like gray tone.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like,
I was getting there.
Well, they are.
Hydrated.
No, like color-wise desaturated. Like you took the saturation and you it down.
Well, they kind of did because they took everything
Well,
right
okay.
out.
I'm opting out of that.
Conversation of.
I came in with
Body
all of
part gets
this.
removed.
I'm leaving with
Yeah.
all of it.
Is that the time?
What?
No, I haven't heard. I have not
What?
seen anything about that.
What?
Like
I feel like we need to stop talking about
they
tongues.
They take all the internal organs out. But
Yeah.
I'd never heard anything about a tongue.
No,
No.
they wire their jaw shut.
Yeah. And then they glue the lips.
And they glued the eyeballs.
They glue the eyes.
Okay, sorry, I'm doing.
I only know this because there was a game about it. Mortuary's Assistance, if you've ever.
Nope, I came in with all of my parts. I'm leaving with all my parts. You're not allowed
I might
to
need them later.
You're not taking my parts.
I don't know. Well, and that's the thing too with cremation. Like, do they get all your ashes out? 'Cause
I don't know.
I'd hope that they would.
But what
Or,
happens
like,
if you go to the cheaper
texture.
one and they're like, yeah, that's good enough.
it's texture. Like the stone wears down after a while, and it's texture. So that's why I had the hardest thing with
Yeah.
cremating
Yeah.
my kid was because we didn't get all of everything.
Yeah.
I'd
But that would make me
hope
Yeah.
that with a human one, not saying that, ones for animals are lesser or anything, but I'd hope.
But the
That
human
it's-
ones do the animals too, in the same.
Oh.
things.
Well, then I'd
So,
hope if they're
They would be
doing
probably better
like, if that's-
grade, but
right, like if that's your business, like if when it was here, that wasn't our number one business. That was just
Yeah.
whereas if it's your number one business, that thing's in tip top shape and probably gets parts
would
replaced regularly as needed.
yeah. I would
But
hope.
who's gonna actually check? Because like, I'm not saying this happens, but you go to Joe Schmo's crematory,
That sounds like a bad restaurant.
and you know you get fluffy cremated, okay, and then the next one comes in with Sam. Sorry, Sam.
The most common name is Bella. Like everything's Bella.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Sam.
Sam.
Sam's probably here
Samantha?
because Kelsey's here.
We don't know Samantha.
So let's say, you know, okay, they put Fluffy in. They scoop out Fluffy, put her in her urn. What if they, you know, the guy's like, "Pff, that's good enough. The thing's full. We're good." What if there's still some of Fluffy in there? And
That
then
was
in
my-
goes Sam.
Again, back to hope. I'd hope that they like clean it out in between.
I would hope, but who's gonna go back and say, I'm
Again.
missing some of Fluffy?
True.
Especially when you do multiples during the day. But anyways,
Right.
I am not cremating another animal because now I'm like, did I get all of my animal back?
trust our cremation services.
Yeah.
I do too, but
And again, if
what
it's their
the guy,
business, they probably have multiple going at once.
I would think, but what
They
if
have. Yeah.
okay, so what if the guy running the thing is a 21-year-old kid who stayed out till 4 in the morning and comes
No,
in half
she has a point because
Yeah.
I have a story.
comes in half
Start
hungover
one.
and he's like, "Oh my god, I've got 8 bodies here. I've got to get this done by 2." And he's like, "Okay, that's good enough. Scoop, move." Who's to say? I don't know.
So, fun fact, while we're talking about this, there was a news article in the paper about a lady in Oklahoma who she had a baby. It was like 27 weeks, if I can remember everything. This baby was like 27 weeks, so the baby was taken to a crematory. She got ashes back of somebody, but it was not her baby. Because in that same instance, she was handed a blanket with the baby's autopsied remains in the blanket.
Someone got fired.
There's
would
a
hope
whole investigation pending and a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Apparently that was not the first time.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay, so at this point, I'm just gonna be made into a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna be made
They
into
got
a
those
tree.
little pods that you can
Yeah.
plant.
I'm in a pod.
Yep.
Just pod.
And then when the
Then
tree
cut me
gets
down.
cut down, well, I
Struck
come
by
back as
lightning,
something
like-
else.
Yeah.
Can I
I
grow or can I be struck by lightning? That tells you what kind of lifestyle I had.
Right? I've seen people now like grow diamonds out of ashes because of the carbon in the ash. You can like grow
Shine
A
bright
diamond.
like a diamond.
and then
I'm gonna be a lump
oh
of
my
coal.
god. Give it to someone. You are a bad child.
Tree, or do I want to be a diamond?
You can be both. There's enough.
We can be split in half and see which comes first.
That's what she
And we're back
We
to this.
try to stay on.
People with 2. That's weird.
To what at this point?
Yeah, wait, what are
Like
we
two dingle dangles or two?
Insertions. But anyways. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drink more water.
that whole thing just.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
That is.
But I mean, with the way that
I'd be
people are
angry.
talking now about how they're trying to make burying people like obsolete.
Yeah.
Because
well,
running
the
out of room.
cemeteries
Yeah.
are full, and
yeah.
There was in like London, the way there was an old cemetery and the way it ran, water that people were drinking ran through the cemetery.
Ooh,
and they had it tested. It was really high and not great stuff, and it's because it went through.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore. But I mean, that is a point to bear. Oh, and that and there are some places where if it floods, that they just
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
New Orleans.
Yeah, when
It
they
happens
flooded.
in New Orleans. But it's becoming to the point where they're actually digging people up out of
Don't do that.
cemeteries to cremate what is left because we are running out of room for people.
see at that point you already have the room, like that. You've already claimed that spot as the dead person.
Yeah, that's
You've already
yours.
claimed.
Don't.
Just
It's
because
either
someone
that
else
or they're
died
gonna
and
start stacking people.
we could do them
And
vertically.
hauntings are gonna go through the roof.
In theory, if you start vertically, then
Poltergeist all over.
Uh huh.
they
You
use.
could, and then you
I'm like
would just
99%
you would
sure
just
that they
put
used real
the.
skeletons in filming that because it was easier to get their hands on real skeletons than fake
You
ones
can
at
buy
the
them
time.
for like $200.
If you put them vertically, then you could, in all reality, put the headstone right on top of them instead of next to them, and you could just have rows and rows and rows.
Yeah.
But then it comes to the issue of, okay, well now my loved one has gone from this much space to that much space.
Yeah,
But that's okay.
and then they can't break.
Or-
They can't break out though.
Right. Or you
It's harder
just
to like
cremate
climb than
them.
it is to just sit up.
cremate them, turn them into a tree, and replant them.
And then they're gonna cut them down for more houses.
Wood. Yep. Or somebody's house at that point.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Or paper.
Why is my house haunted?
Because it was made out of dead people.
Yeah.
If I ever build a house, I'm 100% raiding like Spirit Halloween or somewhere and getting those like fake skeletons and just stuffing them in the
No.
walls. So whoever's doing it, they're gonna have.
No, I just saw a renovation video from like it was 2012 when the original homeowners renovated the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
There was a full skeleton enclosed that they put in the wall.
That's so
So
funny.
when the other
Should've been in the
people
shower and then should've
renovated, yeah,
Little
when they
people.
renovated, there was a skeleton, and he had a name. Like there was a whole like letter.
That's funny. That is, if I ever get to the
Wow.
point where I'm building a house, that will be me and it'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
well, that one out there we built
Wonder.
when we were living with my grandma. We built walls to make the garage into a room. My grandma had a rule: no drinking.
Oh.
That one out there thought it was funny. As they were building the walls, they put all their beer cans inside the walls.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
I guarantee she's up there in her little spirit world, not happy with that.
She's like, my house has beer cans in the wall.
And I can't imagine what the people who bought the house now, if they tore that wall down, were like, oh, seriously.
Yeah, that happens.
There was a lot of beer cans in that wall. I don't think the gremlins are in the backyard. The gremlins are in the front. I don't know what's in the
Yeah.
backyard, and I don't want to know
Something
what's in the
every
backyard.
time I leave my house loves to just hang out in my car until I get far enough away that it is like
Well,
slingshotted back or
Her
something.
and I were outside the other night and
Oh,
kept
yeah.
hearing things walk back and forth across the driveway.
Yeah, we were out there with the full moon doing things, and there were things moving in the driveway, and there was nothing there.
Yeah, it was creepy.
It's my gremlins. You'll see them walk.
Their names are
haven't named
Steven
No,
and
Steve. We already yell at Steve at work.
okay, but it's Steven.
But I have a brother, Steven.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Okay.
I have a Jeffrey.
Okay.
Oh my god, you guys are impossible. Bobitha.
That's my name, okay?
One of y'all tells me you have a brother named Bobitha, I'm gonna scream.
Well, it's like her when I walk out the corner. I'm like, Tabitha. Tabitha.
Habithia.
No, it's Tabitha.
Every time I had this stupid substitute, it's Tabithia.
No.
Tabitha.
How can you not pronounce Tabitha correctly?
Listen, I was called Kesley
was
for a
an
long time.
I don't know.
Kesley.
She hated me. Whatever. It's okay.
I
had a
was
math teacher. Her
Kaylee
name was Louise.
Macchioki. Yeah, I'm like, where did you, or Macchioni? I'm like, there's no N. Stop that.
Macaroni.
It's macaroni.
Yeah. I remember I was a cheerleader once. And can you imagine that?
Pictures on this reel. What did I look like when I was younger?
No, God.
We were walking around the track at the Madison football field. That's what it's called. And they were announcing us by name. And when your name, you had to like, hi.
Yeah, you have to do
this
your
one.
little.
Woo! Over the loudspeaker in front of all these people, Kaylee Macchione. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't like attempt at all.
I always forget that you actually have a full name.
Yeah.
It's not just Kai.
It's Kylie Ann.
It's Kai.
We call her that at work when we want to irritate her. Kylie Ann. And Lynn. And I got Lynette. Lynn.
Oh, God.
What?
Lynette.
Yes.
Ah.
Better than Lynn.
I would prefer Lynn over Lynette.
Tabitha Lynette.
Lynn.
Mine's Ray. Like the ray of sunshine that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
Great. Couldn't have Anna Marie or anything like that.
Mine's
No,
Marie. See, mine's Anne, but it's not spelled like normally. It's ANNE. Mine's just they just forgot the E. Fun
Rips
fact.
open his shirt, it sparkles everywhere.
Fun fact that I have not vetted, so if this is wrong, it's not my fault. But fun fact, supposedly 50 Shades of Grey was originally a Twilight fan fiction that made into a
I
movie.
heard that, but I've never read or seen it. So.
Me either.
Me
so.
neither, but I've heard that, and
I've got the whole series if you
That
want to
does
read
not
it.
surprise me.
in my
Least bit.
it is canon in my head that 50 Shades of Grey is actually a Twilight fan fiction, and no one can change that.
Yeah, I have the whole series.
Kind of ruins the whole.
and
It just
it's
makes it
so
funny.
much. It's so laid back compared to what other stuff I have,
Oh my god.
or write for that matter.
I think this has devolved.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. Okay, guys.
If you've made it this far,
I'm sorry.
yeah. How much this is gonna make it, I don't know.
This will be like a 10-minute after dark.
Yeah.
Don't look at us.
My whole brain just went to crap because you all are.
We're smiling, we're happy.
You killed me, bro.
Yeah, you did. You killed me.
Oh. Wait,
That hurt.
okay.
Okay, I'm good now.
I started coughing and couldn't stop.
Hands holding nice people. Go ahead, do your intro.
I'm holding.
I just want poetry.
Fuck off. I thought we just get through the intro and then we can continue. Welcome back, Savages.
Laugh.
I just can't.
Okay.
You don't even have to start with Welcome Back, Savages.
Okay.
You can just jump right in and be like, who the hell talks about
Hexes.
Hexes? We talk about them!
Okay.
You know?
Back away, girls.
Be gone, demon.
Right.
Yes.
I'm just listening. I'm just here.
Present.
Beautiful.
Y'all?
Finish the second one.
We're looking here.
Oh my god.